Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading a multi-character listener by me. So let's get into it. Lyney? Lyney had never focused on this aspect of you, but it seems like you are trying to draw his attention. Now, because he could not focus on anything else but this. He usually did not, and usually when it was anyone else he would never care, never even turn towards them. But it was you we were talking about here. And every subtle change about you would always make him pay attention. So if you were wearing something that was particularly revealing and exposed your chest, of course he'd be looking. And of course, he'd blush about it, because that was a little bit too much for him. He loved you dearly. He always would. But sometimes, some things were rather extreme, at least to him, and he had no idea how to deal with it. It would always make him blush, and it would always try to grab his attention, and would always succeed as well. You noticed the way that he was staring, and the way his face got red when he was caught, and then you knew you could tease him as much as you wanted if you played this right. That's why you acted like you didn't see. Let him stare some more. Before sitting right next to him, looking him in the eyes. Is everything alright, Lyney? He blushed, being a little bit caught. Yes, everything is just fine. Then, you're not really looking at me, are you? I feel as though you're looking at something else. You take his hand, putting it near your chest, and he immediately pulls it away, blushing brightly, and clearing his throat. No, Wyan, I'm not ready for this. I really am not, he whispered, and you just sighed, wrapping your arms around him, pulling him even closer to you. Alright then, alright. If you're that uncomfortable, I guess there's nothing I can do about it. I just had a thought that maybe you would want to rest your head on my chest, since you seem to be staring at it all too much. You say with a soft giggle, and he blushes brighter, but he stays quiet. And just as you are getting up, he takes your hands and nods, blushing brightly, as you give him a smile, and pull him even closer to you, resting his head on your chest while he stroked his hair gently. He may be shy, but he's not an idiot, and he's not going to waste such a good offer. It's very important that he be mindful of his own opportunities. And if the opportunity brought you here, who is he to disagree? He would much rather enjoy this. Even if you tease him about it later, it will at least happen for something that will be worth it. So, he's willing to let go of his pride, just for this. Xiao? Xiao is not very subtle with the way he does things, but he's way more shy than Lyney. He doesn't know how to deal with all those emotions, and he has even less of an idea on how to deal with how attractive you are, and how you're simply blowing his mind constantly, merely by just the act of existing. He does not know how to deal with you. Most importantly, you make his heart beat so fast because of how beautiful you are, how wonderful you can be, and just how your eyes can see right through him. That's why, when you wander out of the room, wearing the tight shirt that was a little bit too revealing for his taste, he can't help but look anywhere but at you. And he's scared of being caught. Because every time your eyes turn towards him, It's like you can see clearly through his heart and mind, and he's afraid of being caught, of being teased relentlessly by you. You stay quiet, which is a surprise on its own. But it's a bit of a scary surprise because he has no idea what's going on in your head, and he has no idea if you plan to tease him later or not. So, he just looks at you, wary, and hoping that he's not in for way more teasing in the future. What he knows, though, is that there's something he wants. He wants to rest his head on your chest, or touch it, or anything. You look so soft, and he's never actually wanted any of these things before. At least not to this degree. But what he does not know is that you notice. You know what's going on through his head. And that's when you look at him, and he does not meet your eyes when you sit by him. Xiao, I need you to look at me right now. You know, instead of looking at the ground like you were guilty about something. I'm not guilty, he said, blushing and turning towards you immediately, his eyes meeting yours. And he felt like he was being put under a microscope as you were analyzing him, apparently. But then, after a couple moments of you just looking at him and being in complete silence, making his face slowly get redder and redder, he pulled him close and put his head on your chest, smiling as his face seemed to go fully red this time. You know, Xiao, it seems that you are in need of some rest, and I'm not about giving it to you. Is this comfortable? You ask him, and he nods, blushing brightly. It is. It very much is. I'm glad it is then. And don't you worry, I won't tease you this time, since you are very honest. He does not believe you, especially because you're not that honest. But he hopes that you're right, because he cannot take any more teasing about this. What you already do is enough. For now, though, he'll make sure he enjoys what he has.